4,955 pounds, little Skyline, I don't know, 27-foot-ish, no slide bunkhouse camper coming in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. It took me a minute to wrap my head around this one, but I think I cracked the case on it. I think it's an RV that, these were never like the top shelf brand on the market. That's never who Skyline's been. But I think this RV fell into a little state of disrepair at some point. And then I think it fell into the possession of the type of folks who have the knowledge, know-how, you know, skills to fix and flip things. And I think they actually brought this thing back to life where once it could have been dead, because they, you know, the outside isn't the prettiest belt of all. But frankly, the inside, they did some really nice work. Frankly, it's kind of cute. So the base skeleton we're looking at here is just a conventional 26, 27-foot no-slide bunk model. And originally, over here on the left, where you see this blue countertop area, there would have been a dinette. And someone went through, and whether the dinette was destroyed or they simply rebuilt it, they repurposed this thing into an office desk. And if you look really closely, like you see these accent boards right there, they reused the fabric from the original upholstery. This is one of the original dinette cushions right here. And it looks like they even repurposed some of the original cabinet doors. But I tell you, if that countertop was the same color as the rest of the countertops in the camper, you would never know that was not factory done. Whoever owned this, what they did, they had some pretty serious talent. They knew how to do stuff. That is well done. What's kind of cool here, this is right above the wheel well. So you've got a neat little spot. You could put a little office chair. You could have yourself a little, you know, rolling mobile office thing. And you still have a sofa that I'm standing next to that we'll see in a minute. We've got central air, central heat. You know, we've got all the bare necessities, as it were. Our kitchen's not bad. It's simple. It's effective. I like that somebody went through, added stove covers, sink covers, and a large countertop flip extension over here. So, at a glance, it's not a lot of counter space, but you could make it extra counter space if you wanted to be. You've got a little sliding privacy accordion kind of curtain wall thing right here that can help you block off in the evenings, what I like to call the Jack and Jill bunkhouse, where you've got the single upper with storage cabinet and then double-sized lower bunk. In the modern market, the double bunks have really taken over, but historically, this was a very popular design. Now, you see that cargo door right there. That has a deadbolt for security, by the way, but you can you know, flip this bunk up. You see how the mattress is seamed in half? You can flip that up to create an outside storage garage whenever you need one. Pretty handy stuff when you're traveling. This is a normal 6.5-foot interior height. Previous owner, who again had some very, I mean, they were a wood whisperer. They knew what they were doing. Added small but functional little linen cabinet up there. And look at that. They even added another one over here. Man, you know, good Lord, these people had some... I wonder if they went to like an RV surplus store to get some of these cabinet doors, because, I mean, this is some amazing part-for-part match with a lot of RV original stuff. Like I said, other than that countertop, you wouldn't know it. Now, over here against that front wall above the sofa, we'll take a look at that in more depth in a second. They added some mirrors to kind of help brighten it up in here. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the lights on right now because my battery died right as I walked all the way out back to shoot this thing. But what is nice, standing here, you get to see you've got decent door side window coverage, whether it's the bedroom up front or the, I guess call it the desk, the dining desk over here right now with, again, all that handy storage below. And they even added some power outlets down into that. That is just a perfect little, you know, tablet, computer station, whatever. So this is the original sofa over here. It is, most of the RV is still original. They just did a good job of dressing up a few other things. That can jackknife down into a sleeper. There is some storage below it. And again, between the two mirrors they added above it, plus the one on the factory from the wall over there, it really helps this place look and feel bigger. We do have central air and heat, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Simple, but effective. private front bedroom here. This is a Camp Queen, but I like that extra shelf overhead. You've got a very CPAP or phone charger friendly stand over there. I do also like the fact that their cabinet shop took the time to radius that corner right there, so when you roll over, you're not getting a sharp jab into the arm. Although over here, you'll find an extra large hanging closet to, you know, pack a little bit more stuff into there. And it's pretty obvious that this one's seen some sunshine. She is sun-kissed. Skyline was never known for using the highest grade of decals, and unfortunately, that is kind of showing now on this thing. I don't think there's a single decal on this that isn't either faded, peeled, or in most cases both. But the fact is, a peeling, ugly, flaky decal doesn't prevent the RV from being used. Now, I think it's tough to say. I can't tell if there's some surface delam here. And if I get right up next to it, I walk down the side of the trailer, you can kind of see a little bit of the waviness in the light signature off the wall right there. If I run up the side of the wall, there's a couple other similar spots like that. I think this is from stress. This is a high towing stress area. It is possible there was some kind of leak in there, but if I pound on it, it's still solid below. So it's surface delamination, kind of referred to as toad skinning. You know, I can't tell you exactly what the case is, but I know that when I look inside the RV, I don't see any signs of water damage in those associated areas. So if it was some kind of leak that caused that, it was addressed quickly, and apparently we've got a Betty Boop fan here. Either that, or they just found the cheapest wheel cover they could find that it happened to have Betty Boop on it. I see a 2-inch receiver on the back. Now, at the time of this filming, this awning is kittywampus. We're doing some work on it. We're going to replace it because the awning right now is not in proper functional shape. Something hit it, and it's like pushed 8 inches that way. These arms are not supposed to, you're not supposed to see both of them. This arm's supposed to be inside of that arm. So we're going to go through, we're going to do some replacing of some awning hardware. I've just simply recorded this video before we've done all that. So keep that in mind. One of the good things is we are going to make sure that this thing is, you know, reasonably functional before you leave. And again, we've got that, very large cargo compartment here. When you need it, you just flip this up. You can see you've got, these are called bullet latches. Those will just snap in place up in that little receptacle up there so that you can get yourself, place out here for camp chairs, grills, totes, all kinds of stuff. Goodyear Marathon tires. RV industry hasn't used Goodyear Marathons in quite a while. I haven't checked the the date code on those. It is very likely that those are in good physical condition, but they have gone past their age expiration date. So that's kind of another one of those things, you know, if you were planning on just towing this thing and parking it somewhere, I wouldn't worry about it at all. If your plan was you wanted to do a whole bunch of towing and going, well, you might want to just double check on that. I also, up top, I do spot some, looks like maybe Camco roof vent covers or something like that to give you some good rainy day airflow. So, who's this camper good for here? I think that if you've never camped before and you want to try something for a season before you go jumping into a brand new one, I think this could be okay. I think given the fact that the previous owner put some pretty decent money into the interior of this, I don't believe there's anything here that you're going to, I don't think you're inheriting someone else's immediate troubles at this point. I think it falls back under the realm of regular care, maintenance, and upkeep. And if you're only using it temporarily, those little cosmetic things, they're less of a concern for you. You know, when you have one long term, you want it to be pretty, you want to be proud of it. But if you're like, no, this is a rental, basically. You know, if it's a rental car, you don't always really care what it looks like unless you're on vacation in Florida and you want to put the top down on a convertible. Then you kind of care. But you get the point. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.